Hello, and welcome to Reasonable Men. I'm your host, Abe Whitman, joined by my new co-host, Chad Armstrong, and returning assistant, Walter Davis.
I think you misspoke there.
Walter, remember the ground rules?
Yeah, but I thought we...
Let's sit here, you little... Well, we'll talk after the show, buddy. Anyways, I promised we'd be back, and what better way to get back into the swing of things than talking about this whole mascot thing going on, am I right, fellas?
For real, man.
Yeah, well, before we jump into it, how about you introduce yourself, Chad?
Okay. I'm Chad.
You know what? I just don't think this is going to work, okay? This imposter, this Chad, sitting in Marty's seat, not on my watch. He's sus, as the kids would say.
Walter, there's no need to lash out. I'm sure that the lump isn't cancerous. Oh, did I just say that out loud?
It's benign, thanks for asking.
Okay.
And I know fake when I see it, and brother, you're plastic.
Wally, I'm an open book, okay? Ask me anything.
Do you watch anime?
Nah, man, that shit's for weebs.
You know what? My concern is that we are lowering the standards of the people that appear on this show.
Noted. Anyway, the Shrewsbury Colonial. A beacon of hope for some, to others a glorification of imperialist policies by the British Empire on some dumb savages who frankly had it coming. Thoughts?
Hey, I got a thought. Cheers to that.
Where did you find this guy?
Irrelevant, Walter. How about you stay on topic? Can you handle that? Do you think you maybe actually be able to do that for once? Chad offered his opinion. How about you offer yours?
Sure. Well, I like the colonial mascot, and I've jotted down some notes.
Sure.
Colonials represent respect, honor, chivalry, traits missing from today's youth. They had strict uniform standards. They had respect for their elders, especially when they were new to the show.
Bro, it wasn't a show, it was a frickin' war. Can you believe this guy? It's like George Clooney on meth.
I ask because there is growing support to rid the town of our beloved colonial, and in the process destroy centuries of history.
Bro, I flunked history hard. Shout out to Mr. McCassidy for flunking my ass. Well, I didn't swear.
Okay, look, I may as well address the elephant in the room. We've toned down, and it gives me no pleasure to say that, trust me. However, we have been warned that our recorded broadcasts will be age-restricted if we don't clean up our act a little bit. So that means no swearing, no rude gestures, no threats of violence. Just know I am thinking all of them.
Wait. What do you mean age restricted? When did that happen? We can't be age restricted. I have friends who enjoy watching the show, and that would impact them.
Okay, well, it's new, so...
Hey, age restriction or not, who cares? We're on TV. I feel like Dr. Phil. I feel like Shrewsbury's my guest.
Yeah, good. Like, look, if toning down allows us to reach a wider audience and, be bigger on primetime, that sort of thing, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So.
Well, listen, steer the ship, back on the right tracks.
Sure, please.
If we were to replace the mascot, what do you think it should be? I think, just throwing this out there, it should be a butt. Right, guys? A butt.
Well, I'm glad somebody thinks this is funny. I take this incredibly seriously, and I have come up with a contingency plan. All right? Meet Chumpy. All right? And I've jotted down some things here, so I'm just going to read it to you because it's not a finished product. Meet Chompy, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Chompy was raised in Shrewsbury before it even had a name. His loving parents died when he was just a runt, leaving him hungry, helpless, and vulnerable. Now, luckily, he had his good old Uncle Steve take him under his wing. He raised him as his own. Through their shared love of R-rated movies and drinking and tickle fights, Chompy and Steve became not just family, but friends. By the time Chompy made it to senior year, he was the most well-adjusted, fun-loving dino anyone ever did see. But then tragedy struck as Steggy, Chompy's crush, refused to go to the prom with him just because she already had a boyfriend. Chompy was heartbroken, and Uncle Steve, for all his perks, wasn't good with Lady Dino advice. So that night, when the whole town was asleep, Chompy snuck his way down to Steggy's, climbed through her window.
Shut the Walter, stop! For the love of God, stop!
The story sucked.
Yeah, well, I have a couple more pages. This is just the prologue.
Well, I'm sorry you wasted so much time on that, Walter. A mascot should be simple and yet have historical and local relevance. My pick, State Representative Hannah Kane.
My last name is Kane.
Yeah.
I changed it to cocaine.
Okay, watch your mouth. She is a treasure. She's the only bright spot left in this town. She's the only person here who has any common sense.
Okay, so let's recap, shall we? We have a butt, a real person that nobody cares about, and a dinosaur, which is frankly the most realistic of all of the suggestions.
Hey,
Great job, everyone.
compromise time. All about compromise. A dinosaur, but named Hannah.
Do you understand, Abe, how bad this makes us look? I mean, this juvenile humor, I'm embarrassed to be on this show right
Yeah, well,
now.
you would know all about juvenile humor, wouldn't you, Walter? I think I feel like listening to your stuff. How do you think I feel listening to all your stuff all the time?
Shut up. What if we played Spin the Bottle?
How about we stay on topic?
You're not my type anyway.
Asking what we should do to change the colonial is the wrong question, okay? It's not about changing it. It's about how do we preserve the mascot that we already have.
Abe, I love you, but I think it's time to throw our support behind Chompy.
Die. Wait. Fine.
What a loser.
Yeah. Anyway, the idiots in town argue that the colonials were genocidal lunatics bent on destruction. But I say, who cares? If it weren't for them, I wouldn't even be here, okay? I would still be in Ireland, probably, starving to death because the locusts ate all of my potatoes. Who cares if colonials were bad people? Their legacy is good, and so that's worth celebrating.
Well put.
Thank you.
Well put.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Is a colonial like a pilgrim or like a soldier? Because it's like been like the entire episode, and I'm like afraid to ask.
Yeah, it's no wonder you flunked history, Chad.
Well, history is for losers and idiots, so.
Are you implying something, Chad?
Implying? No need to bust out the big words. Come on.
Implying. It's 3 syllables.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants. We get it. We get it.
Yeah.
Keep it to 2.
Okay. You were a mistake, Chad.
A happy accident, actually.
Hey everyone, it's Chompy! Hoo hoo hoo! Who wants a bite from the old love bug?
Fuck you, Walter!
He broke the rules!
Fuck you too, Chad!
Oh, what do we say when we say something naughty?
Deep throat a bowling ball!
Oh no, we say sorry. Can you spell sorry?
F-U-C-K. New word. Y-O-U.
Hey, I am trying here.
Hey, dinosaur? More like petasaur.
Hey, fucking wise up, man. There is a level of professionalism that we bring to this show each and every week. You have just crossed a line.
Damn. Chompy freaking sucks.
Walter, I see what you're trying to do here, and I don't like it. If you have something to say, you say it to the whole group. Otherwise, there's the door.
Okay, fine. Here it is. When you fired Marty, I was expecting a level of professionalism and some good, solid conversation from this show. But between this doofus and our Corona episode, I'm starting to think that maybe you're the problem. Okay? So I'm going to put it to you this way. Either he goes or I go. Your choice.
Gee, Walter, that's a tough one. I go is between the guy in the dinosaur costume or my good buddy Chad. What am I gonna do?
Fine. You just made a mistake. A big mistake.
You really hate to see it, don't you?
What?
I drink in solidarity, but I'm fresh out.
Okay, that has been another episode of Reasonable Men. As always, I am your host, Abe Whitman, signing off.
Can we get my Venmo?
Shh, shut up. Don't do that. Okay? No handouts.